Well, if this week's video looks a little weird, it's because ironically I dropped a non-waterproof camera in the river yesterday, so I'm filming with a waterproof camera instead. And we got about, I don't know, we got a lot of okra to cut. A lot of okra. Well, we got 26 today. More than I was expecting. That's awesome. Still producing well. Well, we got a bumper crop of bananas here. Break that one off to show you. A lot of good ones. This guy's even turning orange. Speaking of orange, look at all these habaneros. I want to try to make some habanero poppers. Sounds pretty good. I'll give it a whirl anyway. This one's so loaded. It's falling over. Take some of this weight off so I can take this guy up. Maybe get us one more good crop for the end of the year. Oh, looks pretty good. Oh, we're gonna have a bunch of banana peppers today. That's awesome. I love banana peppers. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another in the world of cameras. These batteries seem to be old and dying, and don't know how much of a video I'll get this week, but oh wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll just say there's 2 dozen here. That's close to it. It's quite a record haul for this. I'll video what I can, and if this is a weird video, well, then you know why in advance, huh? We got some crazy red habaneros going on in here too. They've been on the vine a while. Some nice big green ones. Got what I can of these. I love little red ones though. They're so cool looking to me. I left a lot of jalapeno on the vine, but I'm running out of room in this basket, so I'm just gonna get a little each. There's a lot of habanero to pick. But gotta put our dehydrator together. I'm gonna have some chili powder. It's pretty awesome for that. See how they're all falling over. Needs a good watering. I need to stake them up. Oh man, there's just tons of these. Tons. Love it. That's awesome. Cayenne putting on a good showing again. We still got a lot from last time that we have not processed. Like I said, once I get the dehydrator going, just breaking some of these off, I'm going to put the camera down and snip these, I suppose, breaking the little limbs off. There's a whole bunch in here of these guys to get. Alright, so I finally got some new batteries in for this camera, so maybe this will be a little more consistent. Out here trying to beat the rain. I wish I had not dumped it out. We've had a little over 3 inches of rain here just in the last 2 days, and it's about to start coming down again. But the second patch of okra is really going to town. I've started all kind of new little projects here in the garden. We'll get to that after the rain, but for now we're going to cut some okra. It's good to see the second little grouping. Coming in good. That little corner is an interesting little surprise I'll talk about too. Well, that rain's already picked up, and I got a basket full, but I always have a basket full when I come down to the garden for some okra. It's a good thing. Stuff's getting so tall now, I'm gonna need a step stool for too much longer to get up here and cut it. And yeah, some, that one is bent and falling all the way to the ground. Crazy. It's out here and well, it's time to pick some peppers. We've got, more habaneros than I know what to do with. You can see the bananas over there. Look at these gorgeous cayenne. Yeah, we'll just get right into it here. Look at those, nice. Curious to see how many I have today. Already a quick 9 here, and haven't even scratched the surface of this. And it's just loaded over here. A little green will leave him. Oh yeah. Well, I kind of wish I had been counting. Oh man, I'm only about halfway. This is off of about 3 plants, maybe not even that. Wow. I literally filled the basket with habaneros. That's never happened before. I don't have any idea how many is in here, but I gotta go and lift. So I ended up 113 of these little guys, and I left some that didn't quite have all full color on them yet. Man, it's still loaded though. Now we're gonna get in here and pick some of these cayenne. We'll break the end off. That's unfortunate. Now that won't grow me any more cayenne on that one, but alright, I guess we gotta get cutting. Well, we made it to 54 of these. Now we're gonna get some banana peppers in the mix. And I think they're my favorite. Oh yeah. Ron will be happy. So I will too. Got lots of these to put up for the winter. It'll be awesome. It'll be hard to find in stores here sometimes. So this will be good. Size of that one. That was nice. Keep cutting. Well, at 56 the cayenne, I found one more little habanero. That brings us to 114 today, and 26 banana peppers. Some real nice ones. Most of these will go in the freezer. We'll come out for the next round of peppers, I guess. We still have the bells and the jalapenos to get. Yeah, I guess so next year we're gonna need a bigger basket. That's 2 trips in with just the peppers alone. And I only planted like 6 plants each of these, of the bells and the jalapeno and the banana, the habanero and the cayenne. But we've got quite the production out of them. Lots of good jalapenos to pick here. That's probably not going. I don't want to tear branches. Some of these are gone red, kind of woody. I think they're interesting looking when they get like that. Pretty cool. Well, I gotta get 34 in. Now the habanero's up to 116. I left some of the little ones on. Make it a good little crop. That one I'll probably get picked. 35. Yeah, they're still looking pretty good. You got a lot of these bells that are maybe a little smaller or whatnot, but they're just kind of up in the ground. So I want to get them off the ground. Maybe we can get another crop in before it gets too cold. We still got another month or two. Grow season here. There's still lots of little blooms and things on this. Just that'll be good. Cut this one to show you the size. Good. Love these fresh out of the garden. They're just so wonderful. I've been trying to leave some of these on the vine long enough for them to turn red, and so far all of them are just sort of rotted when they've done that. Looks like I might have a good one, red one up there. I just love that color. There's no difference, you know, but it's just kind of cool. So we ended up getting some red ones in there after all. Oh, sorry I had to get through the okra. Probably a dozen or so good bells. Nice. Another nice haul. It's been quite a productive day here in the garden so far. Okay, we're back out to salvage what we can of the tomatoes, see if there's any more left. Picked some just a few days ago. Maybe there's a few more ripe in here. You know, this one's got some rot or something on it. And something has moved in here, made it a home. Looks like it may have even eaten that tomato. And we've had so much rain, of course, they're splitting like crazy. There we go. That's one good one. I know we're realistically only going to get enough for another batch or two. Yeah, that one's good too. That's awesome. And I'll do this completely different next year. See if there's any over here that's ready to go. Tons of green ones. If only I ate a lot of fried green tomatoes, but I can't say that I do. A few over there I'm going to have to do a reach over to get. Without crushing. I'm going to go around the other way. Alright, I'll turn this off. Well, that's what 5.5 inches of rain will do for you. And I've been watching this one for a while, waiting it to ripen. And now it's just completely split. That's unfortunate. This was a freebie. I must have bumped it off when I picked the others the other day, which are laying on the ground. Nothing wrong with it. So, well, we got 3 tomatoes out of this today. 3's better than nothing. Well, 4. Saw that one out of the corner of my eye. So 4 good tomatoes. Ha ha ha. Well, now that our corn is completely fallen over, it looks ridiculous. And this guy's probably passed. Yeah. We're just gonna get in here and pick it, honestly. It's been a long time since I picked corn. But just kind of breaks off if I remember right. Twist and pull. Here's one ear. Assuming it's good. Let's see if I can get the wrapper open a little bit. May not be able to. Oh yeah, some of that looks good. And I have to try that, huh? Yeah. Red wasp after me. Can't stand those guys. Yeah, we went too long. Pull this open and look. Oh, it's full of ants and all kinds of things. beetles and things. Alright, so 4 tomatoes and 9 ear corn, and hopefully these won't all be messed up by ants or whatnot. 2 of them I just had to drop. We had close to a dozen ear corn. They just didn't, I don't know whether they perform well or not, but just something, and we're gonna try it. See the top of the okra here now. We're probably getting up to 8 feet anyway. We're still getting some crazy good pods. I mean, this side didn't even look ready yesterday, and it's almost too big to cut. It's almost too crazy. This is the new patch of okra that I've called it so far, and it's really starting to be the game winner, or the bread bringer home, or whatever you want to call it, in terms of okra production for us. Pretty good, pretty good. I love this little wild, crazy jungle garden of ours, though. It's this is, you know, eye level, and there's the okra way up there. Here's the bell pepper, almost 4 feet high. And I mean, to get in there, you've got to kind of go behind the okra and over this other bell pepper that's kind of falling down. And I usually drop down in this little space, almost probably the shadiest space in the yard. This okra is, the trunks on these things are like baseball bats. It's crazy how big they are. There's lots of cayenne in here to pick. I bet there's some bells around too to pick. But I gotta get this okra first. Well, I gotta get 18 this morning. I'll come back for the peppers and some of the other stuff. We got a number of bells that are starting to turn color, and I've noticed for some reason once they start to turn here in the garden, it makes them a little more susceptible to bugs or things eating them or something. That may be the closest to a red bell pepper we've grown. Case in point. Pull this guy off. He's rotten, he's eating straight through. Don't know what it is. Very weird. And maybe soon, instead of the waste pile that I have, I'll actually have a compost pile I can toss this in. That'd be wonderful. I'll sit him there for now. Here's a good one. And some of these like hug the ground or come down close to the ground. Even though they're a little smaller, I go ahead and pick them so they don't end up like that guy. So he's pretty good. Let me go ahead and get him too. Oh, that's a nice one. Love that one. We got 4 so far. I'll leave him. Here's a good one right back in here. Bunk. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Look right down in here. Oh, awesome. Those are some gorgeous red bell pepper. It's got a leaf on the bottom of it. That's okay. I think I got 2 or 3 back in here. That's great. I love that. Cut this guy, and I'm gonna cut this little one over here. He's almost kind of a chocolate color. Look at him, he's crazy. There's that red one. Nice, nice, nice. No bugs, huh? So there's another nice one on the other side, but I'm going to have to get it from the other side. Look at all this cayenne up in here. Looks pretty good. I never did to pull this like this. I end up breaking the ends of it off, or ends of the plants, but I just have to cut some of this. I'm drawing all these for red pepper flakes. It's I have a nice little stockpile for pizza or whatever we want to use it on this winter. I love him. Look how curly look you. Nice. Now coming around the other side now. Here's that nice red bell pepper. Yeah, that's cool. We still got lots of cayenne picked from this side. Yep. And we ended up with about half a dozen bells and 24 or so of cayenne. Now we get to check on the habanero. After picking 116 last week, well, there's already more ready to go this week. Awesome. There's a little happy little bunch back in here. A nice group of 4. Beautiful. Little secondary patches really started to come on now with some of its production. I try not to let these fall. See how many we end up with here. Some habaneros to pick. I'm putting all these in the dehydrator. I have lots of stuff to put in chili or any kind of sauce or anything we make this winter. Oh yeah, look at all this down here. Alright, I'll keep picking and show what I get at the end. Talk about loaded. This is a nice one. So we ended up with a good 52 Habaneros. About half of what I picked last week. Still pretty good though. We're gonna get in here and pick some of these big bananas. May have to actually cut them instead of pulling them off. There's some nice sized ones in here. Yeah. And a little funky looking. It'll work just well. See how many we end up with. We got 26 of the banana peppers. Now we're going to come in here and pick a few of these cayenne. They're little, I guess. We still may have one more good crop. You see them blooming here before the end of the season's done. Oh yeah. There's 3 good ones. 4. end up with 13 of the cayenne. Now we're going to get in and pick some of these jalapeno. They've already turned red. Crazy looking things. Guess some of these I should have already picked. Sixteen jalapeno. So that's a pretty good harvest for today. Whole basket full. Good stuff. Well, after thinking of a number of different options, for now what we're going to do is I keep treating this tree, and it's just not working. And you can see right now these look alright. They're going really well. As you get further and further closer up under it, where all this sooty mold is falling, it's killing them. So we're taking one of these raised beds and we're going to put it here, and that little bit's not going to exist. I'm not extending. So let's put one of these raised beds here and see how many strawberries we can fit into it. I'm going to go back with the original plan, putting the raspberries in a line right about here. May still eventually have to pole saw and cut off that one limb or something, but and then this empty area back here will be where I'll put the compost pile, maybe something else. I guess I'll get started moving this thing, see what it looks like. Well, making some progress this afternoon despite the heat. Ran out of plastic. I'm unlaying all of this with plastic. I don't care who thinks what about it. It's necessary. Unless you're tired of, unless you want to fight Bermuda grass like this, like I've done all year, you know, you just suck it up and put some plastic down. So that's what the this is what the berry bed is going to look like expanded. And we made the decision to buy this rabbit wire, and we're going to encircle the entire garden in rabbit wire, then build a few access gates instead. Take care of that problem. And let's square this off at this corner, so we'll have this walkway, and then I'll be shortening the pyramid beds to get some access in there, I think. Certainly this outer side. And this, we're going to cut this off so that it's easier to walk through whenever I move the raspberries over. This will be perfect. It's not but 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet high. It will not affect the blueberries in the least. And it shouldn't affect the strawberries. And we'll take this board here off. And I'll end up screwing it back there to and our walkway will be that area right there. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Oh yeah. Well, I've got that little sideboard screwed back on now. There's a little bit of a gap there, but I don't care. Maybe I'll stick some marigolds or something in next year. That gives perfect space here now. Walk around the outer perimeter of this. And the same thing on this side. A little bit of a gap. And I got this extra wood. And maybe I can do something ridiculous with it, I don't know. Screw it all 4 pieces together or something like this. Create some little weird planter box or something, I don't know. I don't like to waste anything, so we'll come up with something. I guess I should video a little bit of what I'm doing. Found a giant thing of peat moss. And I'm digging through this. It's the old strawberry bed. Trying to be careful. Any roots or anything out. Mixing this peat moss in and filling this. Just going to use that as my methodology. Put a whole lot of strawberries out of there. I don't know if there's going to be room for them in this bed. But I got a big old pot there I can put them in too. That may be what I have to do. Also finally finished the transplanting of the strawberries in the middle of all this rain, and so far most of them seem to be doing okay. Some of them didn't like it too much. I'll just keep them watered and be a much better situation here than where they were at, and all that'll be repurposed now. Well, it's getting toward the end of the season here for the tomatoes, even though they're trying to make some kind of little effort to put out another crop before it gets too cold. There's going to be some peppers to pick, not as plentiful as last week, and of course some okra. I got to get the tape measure out and see exactly how tall that tallest of them is. Still lots of little gardening projects ongoing. That'll be another video. Let's get to picking some tomatoes though. We had a half an inch of rain or so overnight. I was hoping I could get to these before they did that. Split quite open and no good. Man, that's unfortunate. There's a few little cherries here. We got a little bunch of cherries over here. I don't want to let go. I can see how the ants are all over that one that's split open. I'll have to watch that. Lots of fire ants around, unfortunately. Nice. There's a lot of things that have been kind of detrimental to the roses this year, but I never thought it would be encroached on by the tomato vines. These things have just gone wild. Unfortunately, it's all just foliage. It's not really putting up anything of any sustenance. Used to be quite a little path through here. I got to get this cleaned up. Same thing over here. Get stuff ready for next year. There's me a good one. That one's too far gone. There were some over in this, if I can get to them. They may not be good at this point. We'll see. Oh yeah, I'll take him. And that one's going to turn out alright. Some dead leaves on it. But it'll be alright. Down in all this tangle. They've already gone bad. Oh well, never mind. I guess I can delete this video segment. Fortunately, all these down in this tangle have gone bad, split from all the rain. But this one seems alright over here. Oh, look at that hole on the bottom of him. That's too deep. Maybe a few more over here. See what we can get. If any of these are still good. You split pretty hard. I have a feeling all of these are going to be split pretty hard. That one's good. And that one's good. Alright, well, I wasn't really even expecting that much of a showing anymore for the tomatoes, so I'm pleased with this. We got lots of little okra today. We've been averaging about a dozen and a half. Slow down to every 2 days now instead of every day, but today should be about the same. Look how spindly the other okra looks over there. It's almost quit producing leaves, but it's still producing blooms at the top, and of course okra. And this was the second patch that we planted here. It's taller than I am now. It's about to catch up to the other. It's over 6 feet high. That over there is easily 8, maybe 9. Still real good sized pods coming off of these. Curious to see how many we end up with. Where this okra has had more daylight, lots of little secondary shoots are coming up, and we're getting almost as much production off of the secondary shoots now as the original leaders. We got 22 today, so put us up over 50 bags in the freezer now, I think. Or I don't think, I know. We're sitting at 49 right now, and we've got more than this that I picked yesterday to process. Okra all winter. Okay, so let's get in here and cut some banana peppers. Real good sized ones. We're gonna have a good harvest here. Yeah, it's just packed full of them. Awesome. $24, $25, $26 banana peppers. These are awesome. There's a lot of cooking for these. We'll probably plant twice the number of plants that we planted this year. That's a good production out of them. Now let's go for the habaneros. We'll be quiet as good a showing as last week. There's already some good sized fruits in here. Two, three, four. Down there in the dirt. 5, 6. It's a quick 10. Well, we'll take these two out, but even taking out these two bad ones, we ended up with 55 habanero. They were way more than what I thought. So 26 banana peppers and 55 habanero. There's not much to cut of the cayenne, but we'll go back around here and cut the bells and the jalapenos. Well, that's unfortunate. Attempting to step around these bell peppers that were broken over from the storm. I stepped on and crushed two, so I think we're going to take a minute here and just go ahead and harvest some of these. They're a little small. They're laying on the ground, and that's the danger that we come into. There's 3 knives right there. Well, that was a quick 8 of them, and there's definitely more in here. There's the other one I crushed. Now leave these little guys on. Till frost, maybe. One of our habaneros isn't doing so hot. Not sure why. I'll go ahead and pick the peppers off of this guy in case it does decide to go ahead and kick the bucket. Struggling a bit. 3 quick good jalapenos. see what else we can dig around in here and find. Oh, look at that nice clump there. Oh yeah. Some of these. See how many we end up with that. Had 18 okra, by the way. We ended up with 41 jalapeno. That's quite a bit. That's the most I think we've ever gotten in one picking. And we have a few cayenne on here. Get in here and pick a few of these. They seem to be winding down, but we are late September here in North Alabama, so that's to be expected. They sure have put out a good crop for us this year. I've been quite impressed. Four, 5. Well, we got an even 20 here. The basket. That's a good haul for today. Plenty to process. And my brother's Vitali pepper that he sent me, all the rain and the wind unfortunately knocked it over and smashed that one big limb there. Let me see if I can't pop it up and see if it'll heal. If nothing else, a small little crop up here. Maybe I'll try a few of these before frost hits, even if the others don't make it. Still waiting on them to turn color though. Well, that's it for this week's little garden picking. Till next time, people, keep digging and keep growing.